Colombia. The name conjures images of lush rainforests, vibrant cities, and captivating culture. From the bustling streets of Bogotá to the serene beaches of the Caribbean coast, Colombia is a land of contrasts and beauty. Its rich history and diverse landscapes make it a dream destination for many. But beneath this alluring surface, a dark underbelly festers. The shadows of crime and violence lurk in the corners, often unseen by the casual observer. The very elements that make Colombia so enchanting can also make it perilous. Tourists, lured by the promise of adventure and exotic experiences, often find themselves ensnared in a web of danger. The thrill of exploring new places can quickly turn into a nightmare if one is not cautious. Stories of unsuspecting travelers falling victim to scams and crimes are all too common. This is not the Colombia of travel brochures. The glossy images and enticing descriptions often mask the harsh realities that lie beneath. While the brochures highlight the beauty and excitement, they seldom mention the risks. This is the reality of Colombia in 2024. A country of immense beauty, yet plagued by challenges that cannot be ignored. The vibrant nightlife and stunning architecture coexist with a growing sense of unease. Kidnappings are on the rise. The fear of being taken against one's will is a constant threat. Families and friends live in anxiety, hoping their loved ones return safely. Tourists are drugged and robbed. The promise of a fun night out can quickly turn into a dangerous encounter. Criminals prey on the unsuspecting, using deceit and treachery to their advantage. Dating apps have become hunting grounds for criminals. What starts as a seemingly innocent connection can lead to perilous situations. The anonymity of the internet provides a veil for those with malicious intent. The streets, once alive with music and laughter, now echo with whispers of fear. The vibrant culture that once defined these places is overshadowed by a sense of dread. The joy of spontaneous street performances and late-night gatherings is fading. The beauty remains, but it is a fragile beauty, easily shattered by the harsh realities of crime and violence. The picturesque landscapes and charming cityscapes are marred by the ever-present threat of danger. This is not meant to scare you away. Rather, it is a call to be informed and prepared. Awareness is the first step towards safety. This is a call to awareness. Understanding the risks and knowing how to mitigate them can make all the difference. Being informed empowers you to make safer choices. Knowledge is your best defense. Equip yourself with information about the areas you plan to visit. Stay updated on local news and heed travel advisories. By understanding the risks and taking precautions, you can still experience the wonders of Colombia. The country's natural beauty and cultural richness are worth exploring, but with a mindful approach. But you must be prepared. You must be vigilant. Always be aware of your surroundings and trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. You must stay one step ahead. Plan your routes, avoid risky areas, and keep your belongings secure. Simple precautions can go a long way in ensuring your safety. This is your survival guide. Use it wisely and let it be your companion as you navigate the complexities of traveling in Colombia. Stay safe, stay informed, and enjoy the journey. Medellín, once notorious as the drug capital of the world, has undergone a remarkable transformation. Yet, beneath this veneer of progress, a sinister undercurrent persists. The city's dark past casts a long shadow, and danger lurks in the shadows. The streets, once patrolled by Pablo Escobar's ruthless sicarios, are now stalked by a new breed of criminal. They prey on the unsuspecting, using charm and deception to lure victims into their traps. Tourists, eager to experience the city's vibrant nightlife, often become easy targets. The shadows seem to hold secrets, and the air is thick with a sense of unease. The laughter from the bars sounds forced, a desperate attempt to mask the underlying tension. Even in broad daylight, a sense of vulnerability pervades. Be wary of who you trust, for appearances can be deceiving in this city of shadows. Cartagena, with its colorful colonial architecture and Caribbean charm, is a magnet for tourists. Yet, behind its picturesque facade lies a darker reality. The city's beauty has become its curse, attracting not only admirers but also predators seeking to exploit the unwary. The streets, bustling with vendors and street performers, can quickly turn into a labyrinth of deceit. Thieves operate in plain sight, using sleight of hand and distraction to relieve tourists of their valuables. Pickpocketing is rampant, and even armed robbery is not uncommon, especially in crowded areas. The beaches, while inviting, are not immune to danger. Tourists, lulled into a false sense of security by the sun and sand, often become victims of theft. Be vigilant and never leave your belongings unattended, no matter how safe the environment may seem. Section 4. The rise of kidnappings, a growing threat. Kidnapping, once a rarity in Colombia, has become a growing concern in recent years. Both locals and foreigners are targets, and the motives range from ransom to organ harvesting. The streets that were once bustling with life and energy now carry an air of tension and fear. The rise in these incidents has left communities on edge, with people constantly looking over their shoulders, wary of every shadow and every stranger. The methods are often brutal, and the trauma inflicted on victims can be long-lasting. Victims often recount harrowing tales of their ordeals, describing the physical and emotional scars that remain long after their release. The psychological impact is profound, leaving many unable to return to their normal lives, haunted by the memories of their captivity. Gangs operate with impunity in some areas, and the police are often outmatched and outgunned. These criminal organizations have become more sophisticated, using advanced technology and tactics to evade law enforcement. The lack of resources and support for the police force only exacerbates the problem, making it difficult to combat the growing threat effectively. Express kidnappings, where victims are held for a short period and forced to withdraw money from ATMs, are terrifyingly common. These quick, opportunistic crimes are designed to extract as much money as possible in a short amount of time, leaving victims traumatized and financially devastated. The fear of being targeted in such a manner has led many to avoid using ATMs at night or in secluded areas. Virtual kidnappings, where criminals contact families claiming to have taken a loved one hostage, prey on fear and desperation. These scams are particularly insidious, as they exploit the emotional vulnerability of families, often leading to hasty decisions and financial losses. The psychological toll on families is immense, as they grapple with the uncertainty and fear for their loved one's safety. The fear is palpable. It hangs in the air like a thick fog, seeping into every aspect of daily life. The once vibrant and lively neighborhoods now feel oppressive and stifling, with residents living in a constant state of anxiety. The pervasive sense of dread affects everyone, from children to the elderly, altering the very fabric of the community. People are afraid to walk alone at night, afraid to answer their phones, afraid to even speak to strangers. The social fabric is fraying, as trust erodes and fear takes its place. The impact on daily life is profound, with people altering their routines, avoiding certain areas, and living in a state of constant vigilance. The growing threat of kidnappings has cast a long, dark shadow over the community, changing it in ways that may take years to heal. Section 5. Drugged and robbed, the scopolamine nightmare. Colombia has become synonymous with scopolamine, a powerful drug derived from the borrachero tree. This tree, often found in the lush landscapes of Colombia, has a dark side that has been exploited by criminals for decades. Known as devil's breath, this odorless and tasteless substance can render victims helpless and compliant, making them easy targets for robbery, sexual assault, and even murder. The drug's ability to strip away a person's free will is what makes it particularly terrifying. Criminals use various methods to administer scopolamine, often slipping it into drinks or blowing it into victims' faces. These methods are so discreet that the victim often has no idea they've been drugged until it's too late. The drug's effects are swift and devastating, causing memory loss, hallucinations, and a complete lack of free will. Victims describe feeling as though they are in a dreamlike state, unable to control their actions or remember what happened. Victims can be robbed, raped, and even forced to empty their bank accounts, all while seemingly acting of their own accord. The stories are chilling. Imagine waking up with no memory of the previous night, only to find that your bank account has been drained and your valuables are gone. Tourists waking up in strange places with no recollection of the night before, only to discover they've been robbed of everything. These incidents are not just isolated cases. They are part of a larger, more sinister pattern. Others recount horrifying tales of being drugged and forced to participate in their own exploitation. The psychological trauma that follows such an experience can be as devastating as the physical and financial losses. The threat is real, and the consequences can be life-altering. Awareness and caution are crucial when navigating areas where scopolamine is known to be used. Always be vigilant, especially in unfamiliar environments, and never accept drinks or substances from strangers. The scopolamine nightmare is a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk in the shadows, waiting to prey on the unsuspecting.